Hey guys, it's Dave. It's December 17th, and I want to say we hit a milestone. So, we took one of the accident attorney websites for a specific project and we went ahead and went through it all. Okay? We created pages for motorcycle injury, bus accidents, truck accident, car accident, and we went through and got the whole thing right and we submitted it. Okay? So, this thing got submitted. And what we find is all the lawyer outfits, the networks are different. So it's interesting to figure out their details. But you know what? We got approved by not one, not two, but three networks. And it's cool, man. They're totally down with it. They like our content. They like our layout. They like what we're doing here. They have no problem with it at all. And so we are in the clear. So there are three networks. That means that a phone number like this one, and by the way, it's not the right one. Don't try to call it. The phone number here is a forwarding phone number, and what's it going to do? It can either send calls off to all the lawyers at once to see who's ready to pick it up, all the networks, or it can go to one network and then another, round robin style. Or we can get different phone numbers for the different sites that we put up and have them go to the different, networks for their area so that we can track very specific to the area. So that's incredibly cool. These are the guys who are paying a lot, for every good lead. And by us using our own external phone number to track also, we can make sure that our records match their records, right? They can't cheat us because we can see our own copy of all those records. So it's absolutely amazing how cool that is. Anyone wants to drop us, we could care less. You know how many networks there are out there? Hundreds. And so just by going through a few, we keep them honest because they don't want to lose. It's always a seesaw. If they lose, somebody else gains, and that's a double whammy against them. So there's that. The next thing is we went through Google AdSense and went through all their requirements and made sure we met all their requirements. So we're just waiting for them now to respond and tell us that we're good to go. And then they're going to be able to turn on Google AdSense. And the one point I want to make about that, I was thinking when I did that there'd be like one spot on this page somewhere where they put some ad, right? Like they'd stick it here or they'd stick it in here. You know what it turns out? They evaluate your site from a desktop point of view, from a laptop point of view, tablet, mobile phone, and they decide how many places they can put an ad. So they have it so that basically there's always an ad visible on the screen. There'd be like one here, and if you read through here, there could be another one. And then if you read through, there could be another one. Okay, so either you are getting interest in the text and you're going to call, or you're going to see that maybe you're going to think that they're not going to be able to take your call from the text or something, and you can click one of the ads. So two more points I want to make about that. One, we can dial down or up the frequency of the ads. We can say, hey, put even more ads in there or put fewer ads in there. Up to us. So, but the fact that the ads are there is they're going through it. If they feel like they're getting confused or lost or like the information's not working for them, they'll click an ad. If they feel like they're really close to making a call, they'll make a call. So all the phone numbers and stuff all throughout the site, just remind them, hey, you can easily call. Go for it. And we've got just cool templates. They're really, really hot templates. I don't know what to tell you. It's absolutely amazing how great all this stuff is when it does this bit. These numbers climb and everything. I refresh the page though. Now, all of this is awesome. And even to an exit pop-up, look at this. If I go to leave the site, I'm sorry, I got to refresh the page. Okay, let me refresh the page. Because I was on it already. Okay, so anyway, say I'm somewhere on the page, wherever, and I go to leave the page. It'll throw up that last chance. Get a free consultation with a local accident attorney, and then it just tells you the stuff. And it says call. So it's, if anything, we're giving a last chance, take a look and do it kind of thing, right? I have people say, can you put the Google ads up in the pop-ups? And the answer is no. It's kind of like an almost deceptive practice. You almost say like, hey, click here, get a for the right guy. No, you can't do that. But it doesn't matter. This is given that chance for that phone call, right? If nothing else. Final point I want to make. This is actually another point. Pop-ups. For any one of these areas, we can do a live chat that pops up, and that could be for either the same person, one of these networks here, or any one lawyer or a network, okay? And it can literally be where the guy is paying for good chat transcripts, right? And we get copied like we were an admin or a manager. So we get copied on the chat transcripts. So wherever the chat transcript is good and it's worth, them paying for, then that's also a sale, right? Here's the thing. We're just waiting for Google AdSense to say yes to. It'll take them a couple of days probably to finalize that. Maybe they'll say, oh, we need you to put something else in the footer or whatever, to clarify. And then they'll say, all right, on a final analysis, they'll say you're good to go. So who knows, some number of days. What's that going to mean? That's going to mean that now that the networks approved us and the Google AdSense approved us, what it also means is going to be really, really easy to find guys who want their chat box here because we were already pre-approved by other networks and Google AdSense. So any lawyer landing on the site is going to say, well, I'm good enough to be in that mix too. You're talking my area, whatever the area is. So yeah, sure, I want my chat box up here and I'll pay you per good lead. So guess what? We've got 100 accident attorney templates prepared on the side, and we can make that times subdomains. We can go expansive. And so we've got lots of images for accident attorneys and just, what can you say? I mean, it's kind of like this. These are the templates. This is just some of the templates, okay? And all I want to show you about these templates is they've been waiting for the content to get cleared, right? Once we had the model of content that's cleared, then we can run back through and go for these full updates. And then after the updates, we'll do a last big batch of images to create more uniqueness throughout the images. And guess what? We're going to be able to do it on a roll. All these things will have the pop-ups that show on the end. All these things will have the live chat feature on the side. All of them will have the AdSense strips that run down the pages. However many per phone, however many per desktop and laptop, right? Going to get them all done. So these things are going to be spread across all the counties you guys bought into on Decrypt My Leads, and you guys are going to start earning from them. We think that we're going to be able to get that first site approved within the next handful of days. Then we're going to go through and use that model to fill in all these other websites. And then we're going to go get those approved too. So that'll be like another week or two really, because we're in production mode now. All of our development is done. When I show you, you won't believe it. We can auto fill in the majority of the front end contents like this stuff here. Auto create the contents for everything here, all the way down. Auto create the contents for the pages. We've got blogs. We can auto create the contents for the blogs. We can auto generate comments for the blogs in batches all at once. We can auto generate testimonials. Now, what we're finding is this. Law firms don't want testimonials on their sites really because a testimonial is supposed to indicate the kind of level of service you would get, right? It's not binding to the sale, but it indicates the kind of service that you would get. And so the purpose of the testimonials is to justify the kind of work that people can expect from you. Well, with the lawyer, it's either you win the case, you lose the case, you get a big settlement, and you don't. So they don't really want testimonials because the testimonial will be, hey, he won our case and got us a big settlement. All right, well, he can't win everyone's cases and get everyone a big settlement, right? I mean, really, he's a lawyer. He's going to win some, lose some. Okay, so yeah. Testimonials don't apply in this case, but they do apply in a lot of other cases. I'll give you a simple example. If it was a carpet cleaning company coming to my house, right, what would my testimonials say? All right, I'm not going to try to pretend that they're verified. I'm not going to pretend it's Trustpilot testimonials or verified through Google reviews or anything. I'll leave that for when those testimonials come in. But as far as just saying it from the buyer point of view, it would be Joe showed up at our house on time. He was courteous. He took his shoes off at the door. He answered our objections. He did the work efficiently. The place smells clean. The carpet feels great and looks great. And the price was right. We're very happy and we'll use them again in the future. Okay, so the testimonial lines out what you can expect to receive if you buy the same service, and that's really the whole point. So we can generate those, and update them here and there, right? So having said that, we've got this going, and guess what else we've got going in the background alongside this? Drug and alcohol. Because you know what? Now that we've pleased lawyers with content for them, right? It'll be so much easier to do it for drug and alcohol abuse. All you're doing is pulling at heartstrings of parents about their poor kids, for example, and saying, please call us. Let's see how we can help you out, right? It's less legal, right? And so once you do this for accident attorneys and they're saying yes to the contents, so that we can take off with alcohol and drug as well. So we've got 100 templates like these that have been getting built, that have been getting prepared for accident attorneys as well. And we'll do our model for the drug and alcohol. And as soon as we get some approvals through networks for that, then we can use that to copy across to the other sites. Because once you get 1, 2, 3 guys saying yes, there are lots and lots more who are naturally going to say yes for the same reasons that the first guy said yes. And once you get Google AdSense on the one, then when you make the others in the same image and you follow the same rules, then the AdSense can go on the others. Okay? And once you do the live chat, for a few in different areas, it's so easy to just show that to other guys in other areas, and they'll be like, oh, I want in, right? There you go. So just like we had some huge milestones. Our biggest thing was this. We had to get our API to always return data and not give us like a sentence and a half for a headline. It was doing that often. It would give us a sentence and then it would try to start another sentence, but stop at the word count that we said. We had to figure out how to recreate the commands to keep it down to sentences. We did that. Another thing was we were getting nulls here and there returned. In other words, we'd say, hey, give us data for this, and sometimes it wouldn't, sometimes it wouldn't. It was like, how come it wouldn't sometimes? So we got that fixed. Again, took a long time, but within the past, it's like 2 days now, past 48 hours, everything is fixed. The AI writer is unbelievable. And having said that, now it writes blogs, it writes blog comments, it writes testimonials, and it can fill in the front end of the website as well as be used for creating pages anyway. Unbelievable. And then the final piece of that now is, we took that and we pushed it through all the websites on website-installer.com. So they're ready. So if you go to website-installer.com and whether you go to new releases and you get something from here, or you go here and get anything from any of these, all of those templates have been updated. So the writer is just as good, and it can do blogs for you, and it can do testimonials for you. I think blogs and testimonials, we still have to push it through. So if you already have a template and you log into the back end on your website, right, and you don't see it, don't worry, it'll be there in a day or two. Just check back. You'll see the buttons appear. That's the coolest thing about being on these websites now, right? Our updates, we can just push them through everyone's sites automatically in the back end. You don't need to install a new version. So it's absolutely awesome. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. All right, there's that. Just wanted to give you the update. I have a lot of videos coming out, a lot of updates coming out, but at least I gave you something to feast on right now so you know what's going on. Final point I want to make is this. In case you haven't done it yet, okay? Those of you who haven't done this yet, go to decryptmyleads.com, right? And claim this position, okay? I will allow people who are doing that still, like now, people who are going at it very, very soon, probably through Christmas, maybe through the new year, I guess so. If you are getting a position for accident attorneys that is at least $2,500, then we're going to also give you the drug and alcohol, the addiction recovery, equivalent position to the size you get. That way you're guaranteed a 10 times return within a year before we can let you out of the program, right? However much you make during a year, you get, but it's got to be at least 10 times before we can wrap your position up, okay? So you want us to always be paying you 9 times a year. 9 times, 9 times, 9 times, can't quite get to 10. We want to pay you 10 times in the first year and be done with it, right? So believe me, that butting of the heads for the benefit just means things are going to happen, okay? Now, having said that, the county for accidents is usually poor. County for addiction recovery is usually where people have more money. Their kids are on drugs, but the parents can help them with that. But we'll figure that out, right? So when you choose drug and alcohol, if you know what you want for counties, it just tells you no. If you want us to reconsider it, ask us to. It's no problem. We're going to go after the best counties anyway within the range of the money you spend. So whatever you spend, that or slightly better, we'll go look. and we'll make sure that, or even slightly around it, wherever the number of accidents is high, number of deaths is high, whatever, wherever the accident or the addiction issues are high, we're going to work with you to get you into the right locations for that. So if we change your counties on you, which you'll see when you log in, when you're in the back end, okay? If we change that on you, believe me, we had a good reason to do it, so just trust us. And it's going to be equivalent or better to the, the amount of money that you put in. It's based on the county, right? The size of the county determines the amount of money that you're spending. Okay? So come in with at least $2,000 if you want both, or else come in with any amount if you just want one. Both are open. Addiction recovery is open. Accident attorney is open. If you buy one and you're paying at least $2,000, we'll give you the other one of equivalent value now through the end of the year. Okay? I'm just going to say that because I'm going to make that happen. Having said that, and then like for the live agents, right, it's going to be something like this, but it'll pop up on its own and reach out and say the right things to the people. It'll be from the lawyers, right, for the different areas. This was so awesome. Okay. Having said that, I've got to run actually. So yeah, you guys know the drill. All right. Glad to show you what's going on. And I am so excited for where this is going. Okay,